And Jay, in recent years, no doubt, this has been the NBA's epicenter.
I'll take it one level above you, baby. How about this team has redefined the offense in the NBA, leading the league with record-setting three-point shots made.
Join us to watch some of the greatest players on the planet, and they're ready to go. To Curry. Fires the three, his first effort, off the mark. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. Missed his first. That one goes.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Curry into the front court. Down three. Going to launch beyond the arc. No good. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
To Thompson. D'Angelo Russell. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Kawhi Leonard against the former Cougar. For three. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. First one goes down. Knocks down the second free throw. Knocks down all three at the line. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. 2 for 3 now here in the first. It's Curry controlling the offense. George, count it. Three-pointer is good. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Substitution being made in this one. Curry. Off the iron. Oh, Draymond with the putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Paul George. Whoa, what a finish. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
And Stephen Curry. We say it time and time again. Not much the defense could have done there. He has an uncanny approach to the game.
And did you see that? His eyes are his deadliest weapon. When he steps over half court, when he looks at the rim, that naturally throws the defender off. It makes the defender lean just a little bit. And just that millisecond of you wondering what he's going to do, splash is enough for him to exploit.
Kawhi Leonard. 3 for 4. Good start.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Curry can't connect. LA Clippers with the basketball to Beverly. Surveys the floor. Probing the defense. Beverly. To Paul George. Beverly buries it on the catch and shoot.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Curry. Tough shot. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Steve Kerr gonna call a timeout. His guys have flat out sleepwalked. It's been a brutal first quarter.
You know, Ed, I'll never forget one of my first games that we played. We were up by 20 points, and we came back into the huddle, and our head coach said, no, we are marking this game down 0-0, and if you don't win this game being just that quarter, by 20 points, which meant that we had to be at 40 points by the half, we were going to get broken down the next day in practice. So it's about the game within the game. That's how you approach it.
Oh, and we have a 5-second violation. George, guarded by Klay Thompson. 5 on the shot clock. Leonard. Well, this could be a sign of things to come. He's 3 of 4 from downtown to start the game.
And a dangerous thing for the defensive team, he has fresh legs. That was great lift on that jump shot.
Oh, 5-second violation. George. Five seconds to shoot. Leonard. Count the triple. It's a 5-second violation. He hits. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Paul George fires. Paul George. That's now 4. He hasn't missed. That's a 5-second violation. A shot at the buzzer. It's good. At the buzzer. He got it out well before the red light came on. And that extends the lead. At the end of the first quarter, we played one with the visiting Clippers out on top. Jay and I back to Oakland after this. You're tuned into the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey, lock up, lock up. Free pizza.
Shot clock winding down. Leonard, he continues to light it up from downtown. 5 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and what's shocking, Ed, is that he's gotten so many open looks. Look, stay down in the stance, stay disciplined, stop losing him, stay attached to his hip, and force him to put the ball on the ground off those curls and finish over your bigs.
Up 5 seconds. That's a 5-second violation. Five-second violation. Oh, and we have a 5-second violation. Oh, 5-second violation. It's a 5-second violation. That's a 5-second violation. Kawhi Leonard matched up with Kevon Looney. To Harkless. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. 4-3. He took the bait and he hits.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip. And when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Leonard. LA with 4 to shoot. They'll get it down to Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. They dared him, and he burns them.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Five to shoot. Leonard gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Up 5 seconds. Leonard. Second violation. He got it off in time, but that shot no good. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Substitutions, Golden State.
That's a 5-second violation.
Golden State.
Paul George to Leonard. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Kawhi Leonard add 2 points to the board.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Leonard to Beverly. LA with 4 to shoot. Leonard trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Leonard. Wow, 7 threes in this first half alone. This could be an all-time performance.
And the record is only 13. He's better than halfway there. But as a shooter, you have to remain lost in the battle. And you're only as good as your last shot. Don't beat that record, destroy it.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Leonard to Harkless.
1 minute remaining in the second.
Down to 5 on the 24. Here's Leonard for 2. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
There is no better feeling than after making that shot and trotting back on defense, seeing your opponent stare, point, or yell at each other for miscommunication.
Leonard. Goes to the left side. You talk about forcing things up. Too much pressure that time.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
George. Green always looking for the steal. From long range. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. He'll let one fly from half court. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. It's the Clippers with the possession now. To Leonard. Won't go down. To Thompson. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Yeah, Paul George good on the quick release there.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Beverly into the front court. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. Fires the three, and Patrick Beverly plays with so much confidence. Zero hesitation, knocks it down.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Time for some new personnel into the game. Warriors have the basketball. Curry. Oh, that's how it's done.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
George, he has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from three-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
Green with a shot, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Here's Curry with it up top. His guys down big. Here's a chance from long range, smothering D.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Gets it in the left corner. Beverly buries it on the catch and shoot.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Curry, exclamation point. Willie Cauley-Stein with the slam.
Ed, I bet you can't say his name 3 times fast.
That's William Cauley-Stein, my
I said
friend.
fast, Ed, fast.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
George to Leonard. Lets it fly from long range. That right there, Jay, his 8th three of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his follow-through.
Steph lets loose. And the rebound comes down to the Clippers. To Leonard. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
It's Golden State basketball.
I got him. Here we go.
Thompson. Deep right corner. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Leonard. The hot night continues. He's hit 9 threes here tonight.
Uh-oh, someone's getting towards that single-game record territory. He's having that kind of night.
We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
To Thompson. Goes to the right side. Even to Zubats. Sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Paul George to Leonard. Over to the right side. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Russell. To Curry. Russell. It's Steph for two. And he buries it.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Leonard. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
To Russell. Curry. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Draymond Green. Huge block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Won't go down. To Curry. Beyond the arc for three. Rebound taken down by Harkless.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping.
Whoa, look what I found.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of the air. Wow.
Out of bounds the call. Last touch by D'Angelo Russell. That misses with a second to go. Third quarter comes to an end. It's been all Clippers so far. The Warriors won the opening tip, so they have it to start the fourth quarter. And they've really had very little go right for them on either end of the floor.
Remember that old line, your attitude determines your altitude? Well, when you see dejected faces on the sideline, that poor body language gave you an impression that they had no chance to win this game.
Fires the three, hand in his face, no good for Alec Burks. Going to launch, beyond the arc, textbook defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Alec Burks. Can't miss those. Williams into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. And the basket good at the rim.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Williams across the timeline. His guys holding the big lead. To Williams. Gets it in the right corner. Shot clock winding down. Lou Williams. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Count the basket at the rim.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Golden State at the controls. Knocked away. Was it coming down? Yes, it was. Goaltending. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. To George. For 3. Oh, he's been on target from downtown, Jay. He's 5 of 7 from 3.
Yeah, he's been able to knock down those shots by having great spacing on the floor. His teammates deserve the credit as much as he does.
Mo Harkless snatching it out of the air.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Mo Harkless gets the 2.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
George not going down here, and that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. To Thompson. Around the perimeter. George matched up with the 2-time MVP. Big finish at the rim. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Strong finish for Paul George.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
A shot no good there by Curry.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Gets to the basket and scores.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll talk things over here in this 4th quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Leonard. Cauley Stein with the rebound. Curry to bring it up. Down a bundle. 4-3. And Steph Curry dials in from 3.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Curry with the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Green. Russell.
Believe in yourself.
Curry. Well defended. That is great vision to set it up. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Oh, emphatic slam.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Deep three at the buzzer. Hits the late three at the buzzer, but it's not going to be enough. This game is all over. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. For Jay Williams and all our crew,